We're live. We're live. How's everybody doing today? It is a Monday morning. Let me get the micro. I keep on not putting the microphone in front of me, driving me freaking insane. Hope everyone's having a great day. We're going to look at week 4 of Shane Bowen's Tennessee Titans defense, right? This was a great performance for them. They held Joe Burrow and Cincinnati Bengals to only 3 points. I know Burrow was dealing with some stuff early in the season, but that's still impressive with the talent that team had that they were able to do that. So, going to go through it all. Like I said, held the Bengals to only 3 points, right? No interceptions, but 3 sacks by 2 guys up front and a safety. Joe Mixon was like halfway efficient at 4 yards per carry, but they had 5 tackles for loss, and they really got the pressure after this game. 3 sacks, 7 quarterback hits, 9 pressures on 36 dropbacks, a 43% pressure rate. We are going to go into all of it. So make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. We're going to chart safety alignment, coverages, pass rush, and then just take some good old-fashioned notes as we get into it. So, again, like and subscribe to the damn channel. All right, first play. Let's get into it. First play of the game. First thing we're going to look for is the safety alignment. Bengals are throwing this motion at them. Titans aren't changing much, so they're in zone. They're going to stay in 2 high safeties. I will say is, although we line up in 2 high safeties a lot, right, and which leads to light boxes. Right, and is this even a light box? Right, we have 6 blockers, and we have 7 guys within this area. Like, that's a stacked box. We're not actually playing this linebacker outside the hash on this. The safeties don't play with a lot of depth. The safeties kind of play at 10 yards. All right, so we're not playing our guys 20 yards off. So first play of the game, we're running a screen, 4-man rush. So we can't really chart what the coverage is because we don't have enough time to see it. How do we play? So again, you don't have this player with the leverage out here. How do we play this screen? So one of the linebacker does a fairly good job. I mean, Bayard does a good job getting down into it, just not able to make the tackle. And then the other guys are able to have to go and clean it up. I mean, Bayard has it, right? That should be a nice stop so they get an extra, 5 yards. All right, next play. Again, too high, but it looks like, again, we rotate a lot, right? See how this safety is rotating down? So we're starting in too high, but we're going to end up in a single high coverage. So a note I'm already noticing is that the nickel defender, whether that's a nickel corner or a linebacker split out, playing split between the formation and a wide receiver, right? It's not a full split, right? 50-50, but we're playing with like clear inside leverage. And here, we send the nickel blitz on this, right? We send the nickel blitz. That inside leverage has been a giveaway. Now, this is only a 4-man rush, despite the fact that we are blitzing the nickel corner, because this Harold Landry is going to drop back into coverage, so it's a replacement blitz. So Burrow's looking. I mean, you've got this linebacker playing out here. All right, looks like we're in cover 3. Way we can out here play the flat. I know he's not jumping on this, but he is playing the vertical. Like a good job by Shazier on this, right? Seeing this, undercutting it. Burrow's forced the left scramble. We'll see the rush from the other angle. I don't know if they call this a sack or not, or a 1-yard gain or what, but that's Again, so he gets to the backside, and we've got pressure, right? With 4 guys, we've got pressure on this when this should be opening up, right? Like this is here. If he's not pressured, we're here. Instead, Burrow tucks it, 1 yard, half-yard gain. And because we're sending that nickel blitz, we're just you're gonna jump this gap, you're gonna jump this gap, and then we're gonna get the nickel corner with the one-on-one. But Autry does a good job. Pete does a good job. Right, not allowing Burrow to, find this window back here. Good stuff. So I guess we're in 3rd down now, right? We should be in 3rd down. It's a 1st down for some reason. I guess we got a 1st down on that screenplay. Or did we? That's weird. Was there a penalty on the first play? On this play? I don't know. But somehow we're in 1st down now. All right, what do we got? Again, 2 high safety. Light box. We're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball versus light box. Oh, let me share this as full screen so you guys can see better. All right, so again, you just get a light box, right? And this is what happens. So you have Simmons working in his gap. They do a good job on this double of Pete, right? Which forces, getting him to that backside B. And these linebackers can't play free. Right? Not only, that's a nice efficient run versus a light box, taking what you get. Where you see he gets worked to the backside B. So now both A gaps aren't accounted for. Right, 50 has to play both of those. And they get a nice little run on you. All right, 2nd and 2. What do we have for coverage? Again, see how we have this nickel corner playing with inside leverage with the safety, 7, 8 yards off, right? Looking like a nickel blitz. This is kind of like single high, even though this player is not playing the center field. All right, we're shallow enough to where look like we're manned up here. They end up running it, so we don't have the coverage. But the only issue is this: he's not shallow enough to be considered a stack box. Like, do we call that a single high or a 2 high? I'm calling that single high with a light box. They end up running again, going to get another efficient run. So Mixon is getting his yards on this first drive of the game. So we're playing from this light box. So let's see. Gap, gap, gap. 1, Jeffrey Simmons, play your gap. Right? If Jeffrey Simmons plays his gap, Shazier can get downhill. Right? He can get downhill and fill versus this. Instead, because Simmons jumps into this gap, well, now Shazier has to account for this, so he can't get downhill fast. And this little stutter from Mixon draws Shazier back into this gap, which it should. Now, the way that Simmons played this, maybe, let's just say this. One of these two, Shazier number 2 or Simmons, messed up. Someone should be playing their gap fast. And it leads to a nice run for Joe Mixon and gets them into Titans territory. I understand that we have this unaccounted for. But you gotta play. Someone's got to do their job and play faster. All right, next down, single high. Nope, too high. We're rotating up. Too high. Light box. We're throwing it. Looks like we're in cover 2. All right, we got these 2 deep safeties. I'm playing shallow, so we are in just kind of a basic cover 2. Burrow takes what's there, right? Throws this slant down here at the bottom. Tight end's working this in route. Little levels concept, right? This is just an easy read, right? You get this linebacker playing this area, you're going to throw this 10 times out of 10. That's like that indie levels that Peyton Manning ran with Marvin Harrison a lot, where you just put the outside receiver on a 5-yard in. For the rush, we've got your basic 4-man rush. Do we stunt or anything on this? Is this a stunt by these two, or is it these guys just kind of freestyling? Feels like a stunt to me. Landry spinning inside, right? Feeling like he's got that completion. All right, so Bengals are moving the ball well, right? For a team that scored 3 points, they are moving this ball really efficiently on the first round. Okay, here we go. Is Shane Bowen going to 2nd and 1? So we got a 2nd and 1. We got 0 safety look, right? Or 0 deep safety. We got a cover 0 look, right? No safety in the middle of the field. Man. Everyone on the line. What do we think is going to happen? Are we going to send everybody? I feel like we're actually going to send everybody on this one, right? Because it's the 2nd down. Oh, I was wrong. We don't send everybody, right? We drop all the linebackers and the 1 safety and Kevin Byard out. So it ends up being a 4-man rush. We don't know the coverage on this because they throw a screen against it. Do they get success? This is the issue, right? We saw this with Wink Martindale. We're not going to see this a lot with Shane Bowen. But when you get these cover 0 looks, man, you give yourself issues, right? You get your receivers out here, Boyd and your tight end to block. You give Jamar Chase an angle. Monty Hooker doesn't get there, and that's a nice, easy gain down to the 15-yard line. So that's, again, the issue with the screens. All right, it's just as simple as that. You live by those cover 0 looks, you die by the cover 0 looks. Actually, he doesn't live by them. Wink Martindale lives and dies by them. All right, motion. Okay, so we throw this motion. We bump down. We bump our nickel corner down with this. And then Murphy Bunting drops down on Boyd. So we feel like we're in some type of zone. We're in a single high look. The box really isn't stacked, right? But again, they kind of, I'm going to put that down. No, play in between single and 2 high, right? Where it's like he's not down, but he's also not up either, right? We're here with Kevin Byard. So like playing both sides of this, where it's like, hey, you want to run it, sure, but we're going to have this guy filling in quickly. And also can just let you disguise your coverages a lot easier, right? Where you can get easily back to those 2 high looks, or you rotate to those single high cover 3 coverages. But they motion against this. They have McCreary chase. And he's just not able to get over there in time. We are in man coverage on this. 4-man rush. Cover 1 coverage. But because we don't bump this corner off, it's just hard for McCreary to get over there. They get themselves a nice little gain. McCrary gets broken down. First down for T. Higgins. This Bengals team only scored 3 points in this game, and it looks like they're working this offense with ease. I mean, just taking everything that Tennessee's giving them. Again, no stunts in this rush, just your pure 4-man rush. So how does this drive end? Does somebody fumble it? Okay. Again, see how we've got this nickel defender splitting between the receiver and the formation? Right, the safety over the top. Now they end up running versus this. I mean, they get a nice run versus light box. Right, Hooker's going to fill. First off, they do a good job on this double of Simmons, where Simmons works into this gap when you want him here. Right, you don't want Simmons. You want Simmons here. You want Shazier filling quickly. Good job by 50 to get over there, but still, that's again Simmons and Shazier. Like that's twice in this first drive where they're just not like trusting each other or communicating well or what. Second down. Okay, so again, we have everybody on a line, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this is a zero safety look, but we have the linebackers not on the line of scrimmage, right? They're playing off, or they're not playing up in the gap. So assuming we're going to drop back into some type of zone here. So what is this coverage? Okay, so this is the way they change off of this, right? So what they do, okay, so this is like a cover 2 man. So what they're doing on this is it looks like, I like this. Okay, so I actually, this is a good red zone call. Red zone, C2M, 0 look. So what they're doing is it looks like these safeties are going to be manned up on these two, on the 2, and then the 3 right here, right? With outside leverage, like you're looking for some type of end breaker, right? And they both do, right? You get, this tight end on this little in route. You get Boyd on not an in breaker, but you get 16 on this in breaker. But you have the linebackers from this inside leverage. They man up on these guys, which leaves the safeties here to make a play. Right now, if Burrow looked down to this side of the field, he might be able to hit this, but at the same time, Byard's reading what he's doing. So taking away these in breakers, right? This safety showing this, right? What is Burrow reading? Watch this safety, right? Burrow is reading this step. This step tells Burrow, okay, I got it. I'm throwing it. Safety gets back out. Drops the interception, but this should be an interception. I love this red zone call. This is a great disguise, right? I mean, you guys had, I'm not an NFL quarterback or play caller, but it had me fooled where I'm like, okay, so we got manned up on the outside. Maybe they use these guys like to protect it underneath, or they just drop back into some zone, but give the threat of sending 6 versus 5. Instead, they put the linebackers in man coverage with this inside leverage, and then let these safeties, the safeties, kind of play the route combination. I mean, that's a dropped interception right there. So I really like that call. I know I spent a lot of time on it, but I truly like it. 4-man rush. Got a little stunt up front. That should be an interception, though. I like that. That's a good red zone call. So let's see what we pull out on third down now. Third down and goal at the 6. Okay, we are in a very similar-ish look, right? So we got a safety here, safety here. Is Bro going to hand it off first? Okay, they hand it off. I mean, they have a light box. They hand it off. Bengals basically play the same coverage, even though they don't actually throw it. I mean, Simmons does a great job on this, right? Like, Simmons is thinking pass, so he's jumping in this gap, and he occupies both these guys, allows Shazier to stay free and make this tackle and force a field goal, assuming they're going to kick a field goal. So great job, great play by Simmons there. That's a play that Dex is going to have to need. All right, yeah, they kick a field goal. All right, so first drive of the game, 7 minutes of the 38 minutes of film that we just had, and they ended up with 3 points. That's the only points they got of the day. Like, the rest of this, we're pitching a freaking shutout. So, yeah, let's check it out. I mean, 4 different passing plays, 4 different coverages, cover 1, 2, 3, and then that cover 2 man. No 5+ blitz. You did have the replacement blitz. We're playing from light boxes in this game. All right, let's go. So 2 high, more basic look, right? 2 high, light box. Again, you see, right? Post snap. Let's bring the safety down. All right, let's try. Like, they're going to run versus this light box. Well, guess what? Our safety's rolling down. But they're still able to get a nice gain off of it, right? Because T. Higgins gets in here, right? So this is right. So they're playing this run fit like it's a stacked box, right? Everyone just play their gap. Shazier get downhill, and we got Hooker getting downhill. But T. Higgins is able to seal this off. Even then, you're looking at a nice, 4-yard gain. Corner comes into play. I think that's Fulton. Nice gain. 2nd and 3, 7-yard gain. All right, 2 high. Again, see how we show we're rotating down 2 high. We're gonna motion hit Chase. We rotate down this again. Nickel blitz, right? We love the nickel blitz. Again, we've been playing this leverage, so it's not as much a giveaway. But the nickel, like, this is the only blitz that Shane Bowen runs. So again, like on this nickel blitz, we're going to have all these 3 guys jump down one gap and then have 49 drop back into coverage. Yeah, he loves that nickel blitz. Now, Jamar Chase ends up dropping this. If he doesn't, he gets a first down, but he drops it, so you live with it. But yeah, that's the first down. So something we've also noticed is, I know I'm rewinding right now, but we've seen some of that motion of like wide receiver and just leaving that area uncovered. Like we saw it earlier with Higgins. All right, so 3rd down. How do we attack this 3rd and short now? Single high. Yeah, is it single high? Like, right. So, because we're not in the middle of the field, and this looks like it's going to be that inverted cover 2. No, it is a stacked box. But like, what do we call this? Do we call this single high, 2 high? I mean, I know we're trying to disguise it, and he's playing close to that center field, and you could tell, right? Like, I can see this guy is not playing up on this. He's backing out, right? We see that pre-snap that we're backing out on this. I mean, the way we're playing, I mean, that's just, to me, that's a 2 high look. If we motion Jamar Chase, this is inverted cover 2, right? Where you have Byard playing a deep half. You have this player playing that deep half. And then Shazier playing that deep middle. And it's just not there. It's not there for Burrow, right? Burrow wants to hit this slant on this, right? A little drive concept. This isn't here. We've got pressure. We got to get this ball out quick. We're working this little double move out here, but that's not going to be there unless we really drive that ball in there. So he just throws it away, right? Gets pressure. We stunt. 4-man rush. I mean, that's good. Like, that's good. That guy's just kind of showing up, doing their job. I don't know what the fuck the penalty's for. Again, we line up 3 guys to one side. Setting up Simmons on the stunt, right? Where you have Key work outside in, crash into the guard, get Simmons unblocked. Right? Just doesn't give Burrow a chance. I guess they called a penalty on that. Let's see what the timestamp was before this play. We were at 39 seconds after this. Yeah, for some reason they called that a penalty. I don't know what. But they got first down now. Again, see how much we rotate these safeties? Okay, so maybe this is a key, right? Rotating. So this is a nickel blitz, as you can see. Right? We got the nickel blitz. Do we rotate the opposite safety of the nickel blitz up? Rotating opposite safety of nickel blitz. That's something we should look out for. So we send this again. We don't send 5 though, right? Our coverage here is cover 3. Right? So we take 37. We rotate him up to the middle of the field. Rotate buyer down. You have the nickel blitz. Right? You're going to have your end on this side drop out into the flats. Throws the curl. Good throw by Burrow, by the way, with this pressure. I don't think he was able to bring it in. Or maybe he was. And because we're sending that nickel blitz, guess what we're going to do, right? Like we always do. We're going to send everyone down one gap. Bam, bam, bam. Nice catch by Higgins. It's not that great of a ball. Actually, it's just a better catch by Higgins. I guess they called it a drop. All right, 2nd and 10. Again, see we're pump faking up here. Who's coming? Man across. All right, first 5+ blitz. This is just cover 1. Right? So we're going to be man. Like, right? We got man, deep underneath for here, and then a 5-man blitz. And that's just cover 1 coverage. Again, Fulton and what was the other guy's name? They get picked on this defense. He's going to hit that hitch from the outside leverage. We get our first 5-man rush. Send the linebacker. Yeah, so I mean, our 9th, 10th pass play of the game. Our first time we sent 5+. We did do the replacement blitz 3 times at nickel corner, but still. I'm going to put leaving hitches open. All right, almost to the second quarter. Too high, but not really that high. Like box, they run against it. How does this run fit work? I mean, good job by Jeff Simmons on this. Jeff Simmons or Arden Key reading this, getting from downhill. And this little crunch play. All right, nice job by Key. First down and 5, some type of penalty. Great. All right, single high. Again, I know we're backing out of this, but it is what it is. What are we rotating into? Like, what's the coverage we're rotating in? One, we're sending Shazier. I don't know if he's chasing the back or blitzing. No, he's just straight up blitzing. So what is this coverage, right? Is this cover 2? I mean, this kind of looks like cover 2, right? By the way, we're laying this up here. You know, Fulton's playing down here. Yeah, I mean, this is a cover 2 blitz. And there's a fumble. What happens here? Is this a strip sack fumble? Shazier gets home with the blitz. I mean, let's see why Burrow's holding on to this ball to where this sack happened, right? So we got this player playing the hook curl. 50 does a good job. He's playing the middle of the field to get and turn with this. This is bracketed, right? We're not pulling the trigger on this throw. And they only send 2 out. We've got everything covered. I don't know what Burrow's winding up to throw on this. Doesn't seem like a successful play to throw, but he doesn't get to see it, and he gets strip sacked by Shazier. Just gets lit up. And he's able to recover. Or do nope, the Titans recover. How about that? Yeah, I don't know what he's loading. Hopefully he was loading up to throw the ball out of bounds. What the hell? Why do they still have the ball? Second down. What is happening? They say that Burrow recovered it? All right, so again, the Bengals are motioning the receiver from the backfield again, 2 to the flat. No, they hand it off on this time. Rashad Weaver makes the play here. What happens here? So we're in a stacked box regardless, right? We got 6 versus 5. And that's just a good job by Rashad Weaver, right? Everyone play their gap. Shazier playing a little bit, but just a good job by Rashad Weaver, right? He turns that pass rush into power, gets underneath his pads, tackle for a loss, allow Landry to get from the backside. Pete gets over. Good job. Good job, Rashad Weaver. Set the edge. 3rd down and 4. All right, here we go. All right, looks like we've got some man coverage. We've got 5 down. We've got 2 high. Right? But we look like we're pressing up. What coverage are we going to here? Cover 1 robber. All right, so we got cover 1 robber. Right? He's going to rotate to the middle of the field. And you're going to have this safety try and cut off the middle of the field. All right, that's where Burrow wants to throw. And gets sacked. Do we send 5? Nope, because this linebacker is matched up with the back, who's a blocker, but he is matched up with them. That 3 to 1 side shit. Like Burrow has this, right? This is man coverage. Put the little, stick with the with the dig. It's there. Right, a good job passing this off, right? That if this is an inbreaker, you pass this off and then get it out here. All right, so this is a good defense. This is good shit. So again, we do this thing where we put all three to one side. We set up the stunt. All right, we got Simmons getting upfield. We just got guys winning up front. Right, Danico Autry. Winning up front. But I really like this on the back end, right? Like, let's see it from this angle, right? All right, it's an inbreaker. Pass this off, right? Hooker, get off of this. Right, so even if this isn't sacked, Burrow wants to throw this, Hooker may get into that window. And you force him to punt. And it's still 3-3 after 2 drives. You get a drink of water real quick when you watch the play. Wow, well, look at the drink of water before the play got off. Again, 2 highlight box. They take the run against it, and Mixon gets it. Like, again, Mixon had 4 yards per carry, so like a halfway decent efficiency game. I don't know if they didn't want to run or what. But you get this light box, right? So you have Danico Autry working to the B gap, and then have 50 fill, replace him and fill this out, the C gap. But unfortunately, when he's working inside 75, he just works too far inside. And either he's supposed to just stay strong into this B gap and doesn't, or Shazir's supposed to fill into the B while he goes into the A, and they get a nice chunk run, right? I think they got a first down, 10 yards. Yes, I mean, that's a 10-plus yard run. First down. Too high. Oh, we rotate. Again, we rotate first that to stack box, single high. There we go, stopping the run. The end spills. Landry spills inside. Forcing them outside. 50 does a good job getting through the shoulder of Jonah Williams. Shazir levers this. That's good team run defense, right? Spill. Force it outside. Everyone play into their spot. And then you have 95. Just, hey, keep playing. Keep fighting through. Get to the backside of that. Make a stop. That's good team run defense. Right, when you see the stack box, it's pretty simple. Right, we're going to have our end spill, linebackers fill outside. Second and 8. So we've got, 2 high alignment, but a stack box. Right, because you have the safety over top this trips down here. This bunch. But you still have 7 for 6 blockers. They run against it. All right, so again, we got a stack box. How do we fit up against this? So you have 50 drop back out, which should have been the key for the back to put this up here. Instead, he's just reading this linebacker. Linebacker fills in here, but you have Landry does a good job. I mean, just a good, solid run fit when you, right? He's reading this backer. But you have every gap accounted for. Shazir does a good job on this. 3rd down and 5. All right, 3rd down. Okay, we sent the blitz. How about that? And Burrow once again. All right, so what do we got pre-snap? All right, we got 3 safeties on the field. We are in a single high look, though. And this is just a cover 0 blitz. As simple as that. All right, we send everybody. All right, we send Byard from this alignment. Man. He's manned on this tight end. And we send everybody, which means they're going to have an unblocked guy. And this is, I think, the sack by Gibson. So they're running a full slide, right? 5-man slide. So 1, 2. Now they do a bad job on it because 65 should just come and take Simmons. Instead, he pounces off. And so whenever you. Right, so Autry plays technically in the inside gap, which allows 2 to go uncovered. So Shazier should be the unblocked guy, right? And he ends up being the guy that gets there first. But it's just an offensive line guy. This is what frustrates me is, again, maybe it's just playing with your, but you peel off for someone who's already beat you, right? Just really try and work your center off. Like, get him off. Instead, he doesn't feel it, right? He doesn't get off, and he's not able to pass off to Byard. Now you have 2 guys unblocked. And then Arden Key wins with this cross chop versus your left guard, and it's just a mess. I don't know if they call this a fumble or an incompletion. It looks like an incompletion by the player's reaction. It's just ugly. Ugly protection up front. Bengals get the ball back. All right, 2 high look. But again, we have like this, not nickel defender, but this defender splitting the formation and the inside receiver. They take it. I mean, they try to take advantage of it. What happens here? 50 just gets his hands on the ball, right? But it's there, right? Bengals tried like taking advantage of what was there that the Titans were leaving. They did, they left the shallows underneath, playing that inside leverage on the slot defender or slot receiver. All right, 2nd and 10. I mean, cover 1 blitz, right? We're man across the board. Yeah, I mean, we just run cover 1. Burrow's got pressure, just throws it away. Looks like we send 5 on this. I like this stunt design, right? Where you have 93 play into this, but then you have the blitzing linebacker go inside of Mixon, which is going to slow down the guard. And then you have so basically just trying to create Simmons open. So you have him work into this, but occupy the guard. And then this end work outside in just allows Simmons to run free. Throws it away. Throw it away now. All right, 3rd down and 10. Again, we're kind of playing games with our pre-snap alignment, right? Where it's like, who's occupying this, right? Is it him? Is it the safety that's lined up directly over him on 3rd and 10, 10 yards off? And we run some inverted cover 2. So running inverted cover 2. So like you'd think these two players are doing it, and you see him there. So right, so the top half, pretty basic, right? Deep half, flat, curl hook, middle of the field. Pretty basic. But what you have here is you have the corner. He bails, takes the deep half. Again, we saw this a lot in the Saints game. He bails, takes the deep half, replacing him. The nickel corner replaces 26 by playing the flat. And then the safety replaces the nickel corner by playing the curl hook area. Burrow checks it down. All right, nothing there. All right, ideally, you'd like to be able to get this throw on the versus cover 2, but it's disguised. Check it down, make a tackle, force him to punt. 4-man rush, I believe, with a stunt. So we're kind of bringing the stunt back in this game. Right, the first game we did it a ton. Second and third game we used it a little bit, but nowhere near as much. Now we're bringing it back. All right, still in the first half. We are halfway through this film. Too high. Again, you see with the leverage, right? Against the the slot receiver, right? So first, we have McCreary playing split between the formation and the receiver with the safety over the top. They motion it. So they bump everyone down, right? Fulton takes 16, but again, we're split between the slot receiver and the formation. And we screen it. Good job by McCreary sniffing it out, even though it ends up getting blocked. McCreary does a good job feeling this out. Just not able to get off the block that great. All right, 2nd and 3. Whoops. Too high. Light box. I mean, we're playing pretty off here. Ball comes out quick. Maybe a cover 6 here. All right, we don't see that much from Shane Bowen, but maybe that's what this is. Right, because you see, like Fulton's playing off, right? He's playing this, what looks like a deep quarter. And then this looks like cover 2 up top. That might be cover 6. Right, but you have McCreary playing with this inside leverage. Leaves this space open. Fulton's off. Right, this is the window they've been trying to attack pretty often, like what we saw in the red zone, but they had guys pick this shit off. They're able to get it on this one. What we got for the rush? 4-man stunt. Yeah, so we stunted on 7 of 17 pass plays. All right, 1st down and 10. Single high, stack box. All right, so anytime they stack the box in this game, they're able to stop the run. And that's even with these guys playing these wide 9s, right? Key does a good job on this versus the tight end. Pete occupies these two on the double. Linebacker's able to get through traffic, make a stop. All right, 2-minute warning. 2nd and 9. Too high. Light box. We in man coverage here. Show looks like it. Looks like we're in cover 1. With the safety playing the tight end. They run slant flat. Safety undercuts it. Gives it there. Yeah, I mean, if they're running slant flat, you get man coverage. Right? Which means Fulton's going to chase. I mean, you undercut this, you take this over the top, you're screwed either way on this. So undercut kind of is the play here, but you got to finish that tackle, right? You got to drive through that hip. All right, 2nd and 9. I guess there's some type of penalty. Too high. Light. Cover Tampa 2. Right, pretty basic. Pretty basic play here. Right, you got 2 deep halves. You have the middle linebacker carrying up the seam, the middle of the field. I mean, a good decision by Burrow, right? To throw this. You got him playing the deep half on the slot fade. Right, trust your tight end on this. You just kind of need a great throw on this, and it's not. I mean, to me, that's. Let's see the other stuff. Yeah, so like you're not throwing this. You're not throwing here. I mean, that's the right throw for Burrow. He just doesn't complete it. And again, he's a great pass, but could also be a nice chunk play to Tyler Boyd. You're still not the worst catch. All right, 1st down. They're kneeing it. How about that? Not charting nothing. All right. Ooh, Titans took some time off the clock. Wow, we got 4.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Took some over 11. Took over 10 minutes off the board. Let's talk to the chat real quick. Morgan Steyer, first time catching you live, Bobby. Love your guys' show. Shout out from the Pacific Northwest. Thank you, Morgan. Trashman, it's good to see you after seeing you Saturday. Thank you again for your help with the charity softball game. What's going on? Giant Topic, Authentic, Wagner, Kenny G. What's going on, everybody? So we're at halftime, coverage-wise. We've got 5 cover 1, 4 of cover 2, 3 of cover 3, and then 1 each of cover 6, cover 0, and cover 2 man. For pass rush, we've done a 4-man rush, technically 15 times, a true one 12 times, and then the replacement nickel blitz 3 times, and then a 5+ rush 4 times. We favored too high and light boxes. More so, kind of keeping with the trends that we've seen, with a little bit of flavor thrown in compared to the other games. We have also seen that cover 1 and cover 3 are the main coverages in this Shane Bowen defense, with cover 2 being the 3rd, and we're seeing that trend in this as well. And just a lot of rotating safeties, like not giving you easy keys on where our safeties are going to be. All right, 2nd half. Again, like I just said, like not easy keys with our safety. Like let's look at this right here. 1, 2, 1, 2. But he's like the safety, right? And you don't have this safety in the middle. Like usually, if you saw just eliminate this player, right? If you just saw these 10 players and I asked you where's the other player going to be, you would say right here down the middle, right? That's where but it's just never. It's never that. Like I'm going to put that never a true center fielder, right? Which just plays games with you, right? You don't know where they're going to rotate that safety. Again, that's why versatility is so fucking big for Shane Bowen. Right? That's why Newman could be such a great fit for this. Anyways, any friggin' ways. Again, see, we're going to rotate this safety to the middle of the field. They're going to RPO it. Shazier blitzes. Got man coverage. Takes the easy RPO catch. How about that? I mean, just an easy read for Burrow. Good coverage by Bard, but just better catch. All right, 2nd and 3. Too high. Yeah, so let's slow this down. Let's slow this down. Let's take a look at this real quick. What is this coverage going to end up being? So we have this top safety playing a deep half. We rush 4, right? Basic 4-man rush. I mean, are we just man? Is this man? I mean, is this just? No, it's not, right? It's not man because Shazier would be out here with the back. So it looks, I guess, a little bit like cover 6, right? Where you got the cover 4 down here, the cover 2 up top. Obviously, 37 is going to be aggressive, cutting off this dig on this. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to call it. That has all the makings of it. They run this trail play. Oh my God, the ball gets hit by Simmons, and he's still able to complete this shit. Honestly, may not complete it if it. I don't fucking know. But Boyd does a good job on McCreary. And McCreary, this isn't like an awful play, but let's look at this, right? We're going to take this outside track. Right. This is his zone, so he's going to play at that outside leverage. Good play call versus defense, which again, we've really not seen at all from Shane Bowen in these first 3.5 games now. All right, once again, right? Seeing this a lot. Who is covering this guy? Is it this player who's split between the formation? Is it this safety who's lined up over the top of him? Right, but it's also a good way to have a stacked box, right? Like we have 5 blockers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So we have a stacked box. It's like a too high look. Who's covering who? Right? It's a zone coverage. We're in cover 4. And that's what you're going to leave open on cover 4. Which, again, we don't run a lot of for Shane Bowen so far. What's up with the rush? 4-man rush. It looks like we tried to set up a stunt, even though it didn't end up looking like it. Right? You don't just go this. You don't go this heavy outside in like that for no reason and then just play into the hip. So they tried to set up some type of stunt, just weren't able to execute it. All right. All right, too high. Light box. Cover 2. All right, so trying to attack like this defender, right? We're letting the Bengals at this point the game are just like kind of nickel corner does this, we do that. Nickel corner does that, we do this. And so we throw this little fake screen out here, try and pull McCreary, get this window. I mean, McCreary does a pretty solid job on this. Good throw by Burrow getting it out there. But that seems like what the Bengals tried to do in the second half of this game. They didn't score any points, so it didn't work. But it seemed like that was their like, all right, let's just kind of put the nickel defender in conflict, right? We've been seeing a lot of that. All right, what are we doing here? This is a 3rd and short. Or no, I don't know what this is. Did they hurry it up? Yeah, so this is a 3rd and short. They did hurry up. I think they got it. Communicating something. I guess, the front. To get to an over front. I guess not an over front because they have 2 tight ends. Never mind. I guess it is an over front because of the back. So, all right, it's an over front. How about that? I mean, Shazier's just got to get downhill faster on this. This is 3rd and short. You got to trust that 50 has this because he does. You got to trust that Jeff Simmons is at least going to play honest to his gap, even though they do a good job on Jeff Simmons. But get downhill. Get downhill. You got it. You got it. Instead, they're able to fall forward and get Sosa first down. That ain't good. All right, first down at the 37. Too high. Lizite. Cover 1 coverage. Right. Cover 1. It's a cover 1 blitz. Right. We got man. Deep safety. They do blitz out of this. Burrow tries to hit his double move and gets strip sack, right? So what Burrow's trying to do against this man coverage is, like, you see the out route right here? Trying to get this corner to bite on it, which he does not, by the way. And then hit this out and up. Instead of just taking the drag that's there, and ends up getting strip sacked. I mean, this blitz works. Because 51. Well, I don't even know who that is. Is that David? No, that's not. He does a good job. Strip sack. I think who covers it? I don't know. It doesn't matter though, because they at least got to put them back. Looks like the Titans recovered it. Yeah, 4th down. Too high light screenplay. Good job by Shazier on the screen. On Chase Brown. And Shazier just sniffs this out. Thomas Panicola, after watching this, are you more confident in this scheme with our talent or less? Honestly, less. It depends on the safety play to me. So I don't think the guys up front are going to do. I know everyone's like, oh, Kayvon, Dex, Brian Burns, but I just don't trust Kayvon and Brian Burns as run defenders the way the Titans were up front. And the corners really worry me as far as their run defense, too. So coverage-wise, I'm actually feel fairly good about it, right? I actually feel like halfway decent coverage-wise. Because I think the safeties will do a good job. But run defense-wise, which again, that's the thing. Oh, Shane Bowen, great run defense. Well, they had good run defenders. I don't know if the Giants have that. So I actually feel less confident. I'm worried about the Giants' run defense. All right, too high. Light. Is it light? No, it's not. Because once again, we are not directly covering this player. So it's actually stacked. Looks like we're rotating into a cover 3. Which we are. Burrow checks it down. We blitz on this 2. Do we blitz on this? What happens here? Oh, yeah, this is just a straight up blitz. Or else Shazier would have went out with the back. So Burrow sees this blitz and just checks it down to the back. Man, Kevin Byard usually a pretty good tackler. This game, not so much. So I want to point this out. For 5+ rushers on pass plays, we are now at 7 total. That has been the total in the first 3 games. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get through this fourth quarter without a 5+ rush, or if this will be the new one. Hey, we're in the look right now. We're in the look right now. We got everyone, down. What are we doing here? Right, we're gonna blitz. We're gonna drop our guys out. Right, is Shazier blitzing or not? What do you think? No, he's not blitzing, right? He shows blitz, but he's really going with the back. But they line up 3 to one side. They're going to stunt on this. Again, one robber, right? So Byard's going to rotate to the middle. This safety is going to crash down. They're going to try and set up this wheel. And McCreary does a great job avoiding this rub route. A great job. That's a great job by McCreary on this. That's a great job by McCreary. Ball thrown out of bounds too. First down. Okay. Single high, stack box. Now, again, we rotate, right? Rotate versus motion. They're thinking they're going to get a run. Well, now they just ran versus stack box, and we're going to get a tackle for a loss. Because of that late rotation. Nice swim here by Jeffrey Simmons. Safety gets downhill. He gets himself a nice, easy tackle for a loss. Play it. Play it strong, Amani Hooker. Right. Expected this safety to be up top here. Have Mixon read this linebacker. Instead, he's going to get a tackle for a loss because of Jeffrey Simmons and this defense late rotation. All right, here we go. Again, look, right? Oh, too high coverage. Look at these inside. Look how close these guys are to the formation, yet we are still split. Still this overhang. We're split. We're split through the middle. Split through the middle. And you get all this space down here. Cover 2 with a blitz. So we got over 7-man rush. Good rush by 93. Great rush by 93. Hey, we went over 7-man rush. How about that, guys? We did it. Week 4, first time we rushed over 5-7 plus guys. Yeah, just that's a vulnerable area with this blitz. Burrow takes it. All right, 3rd and 3. What do we got here? This is big, right? Not that big. 10 minutes left. They're up by 24. We got a stack box. Oh my god! All right, so we put Murphy Bunting in man. I guess we put everybody in man. And I guess that's what. I mean, just all this mess right here. But I mean, you have no one unless you're gonna have the end drop back here. I'm surprised that you don't have Murphy Bunting just playing inside leverage on this, right? Say, hey, if you're gonna beat us vertically, which I know these two do. That's a great release by Chase too. Good hand usage. I mean, this is all happening so fast. Like, look at all this tell me what coverage this is. I don't think you can. You can guess, but I can't tell you. I'm not even going to chart down that coverage. I don't know what that is. Besides the 3rd down conversion. And a 4-man rush. All right, 1st down. I mean, we're starting to blitz a little bit. And they've got this 4x1. We send it. Like, we send 6. We leave 3 for 4 down here. And Burrow's okay, I'll take this. I'll let Chase get some free yards. All right, 2nd and 5. Again, looks like cover 6, right? Like, let's look down here, right? Murphy Bunting plays the flat. He plays the deep half, and then up top, we've got deep quarter. Fourth Burrow to throw that ball away by pressure. So what Burrow? All right, so this is a good disguise too, right? You got these guys playing so off. You're not expecting a cover 2 look, but it's something besides cover 2. We've mixed up the coverages fairly well. Is Burrow sees Murphy Bunting playing so off that he's expecting, okay, this is easy, right? Use the vertical to clear, and he's all over it. Right? He's pouncing on that, forcing Burrow to get off of it, and then the pressure's there. And it's not enough time to, pull the trigger and just hit the corner on this, which I don't even know if you want to throw that anyways, and throw the ball away. Again, Jeffrey Simmons being a beast. Danico Autry being a beast. You could also tell that Burrow didn't have enough confidence standing in the pocket with that calf. All right, so now we have 3rd and 5. Huge. Too high. Light box. Looks like we're going to get some man coverage. Yeah, I mean, just man robber. And that's, again, that's easy, right? You give them that look, they're, right? They run slant flat. And you give them man versus that. That's going to be there. With that type of off coverage, that's just going to be there. I'm kind of surprised with that. Why are we giving that off coverage on third and 5 with no inside presence? I mean, these stunts are killing the Bengals, by the way. And we're stunned. I mean, we stunted 13 times in this game. All right, so now they get a first down. Light box, they run against it. Kind of about time. When was the last time they ran the ball? I mean, you have both these linebackers playing out. They leave this gap. If you're going to have your linebackers playing like that, I feel like these two guys got to put a bigger effort to squeeze this shit down. Instead, you just leave it wide open. All right, again, something we noticed from this game. We do play the Cincinnati Bengals. Watch for either the Giants linebackers or their nickel corner to not actually play out on these guys, because they just don't. Like this is hey, we played the AFC North this year. This is important. They run against it. All right, Bengals are at this point like, all right, let's just start running the ball. I mean, 90, you just got to do a better job. I think you're a backup, right? You got to stay in this gap. You get bounced out of that gap. Now you've taken the DB's gap. Now your linebacker's screwed. You got to do a better job, number 90. First down. All right, now let's start rotating these safeties down. And let's put that as a note. Rotating safety into run fit. Again, very often you see this little swim move right here to try and free up, like to occupy both offensive linemen when they're working double to free up your linebacker. And it does work on this too, right? All right, so yeah. So this is how you play run defense, right? 90, stay in your fucking gap. 2 fills downhill, 50 fills downhill, and now that safety rotating down fills his gap, and he gets himself a nice run stop. It's only a few, give up 3 yards, but still, that's good run fucking defense. 2nd and 6. What's this defense? Is this, are we spinning into cover 2? Or what? Because look, looks like a 3 deep zone. Yeah, this is a cover 2, by the way, that this gets played. Or no, we're just chasing the end. Or seeing the sack. Oh gosh. I'm gonna call, it's not cover 6 because you have both outside corners playing the flats. Anyways, we get a sack on a 4-man rush. Harold Landry works outside in on Jonah Williams. And Arden Key just gets around the corner. Sack. All right, 3rd and 16. 5.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Cover 3. They check it down. Good tackle by 37. Monty Hooker. Again, lining up all the guys to one side. We're doing that a lot. 4-man rush. We stunted a lot in this game. I think once they got a lead, they like to start throwing those stunts. All right, 4th down and 9. Let's end this game. Too high. Obviously light. Cover 4, right? Yep. No, actually man coverage. We got that cover 2 man. So too high. Light, cover 2 man, right? You can tell by this way. 1, you got everyone in man coverage, but the safeties are, no one's playing this middle of the field, which why would you on this down and distance? And this ends up being a rush or a sack, but probably counts as a run play. We do send 5, though. And that's game over. So we blitzed and stunted more than we had in the other games, right? Even stunted more. 14 stunts. We had 10 5+ rushes, 3 replacement blitzes, and then 22 4-man rushes. So, again, you face a lot of passing plays because the Bengals don't believe in running the ball even when they fucking had the opportunity to do it all game and did it well. A lot of stuff, right? Not really like, playing split between the formation and the slot defender. That is something I'm going to be looking for in that Sunday Night Football game versus the Bengals. Other notes, right? The safeties play shallow. Safeties just never give you any keys. That nickel blitz we saw earlier in the game went away from it. When that got that wide receiver motion, kind of left the flats open. Yeah, did they rotate this? Yeah. Left the hitches open. Just never playing a true center field. Yeah, so some similar stuff, but good stuff. So appreciate you guys. Going to end this. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you. Let me remove this. How do you stop sharing screen? We'll see you guys when we see you. So the next one will be on Thursday. Yeah, next one will be on Thursday. I like move as I do these streams. See you guys. Let's go Big Blue.